Okay people, this is himself. Welcome back to another Tekken 7 King guide. In this video, I'm going to show you why you should never use Irish Whip, or at least a certain part of it. So just to recap, Irish Whip is back 1+2. It's a 1+2 break, and in the open it doesn't do any damage. But it does have the ability to wall splat, and if that happens then you do have some options. The most damaging one is ground throws, but what I'd actually go for is people's elbow. The reason for that is that alley kick is guaranteed unless they back roll, and if they do that or stand up, then F4 will wall splat them. What you can also do is rage drive, and the best outright follow up is jumping elbow. But again, what I'd actually go for is people's elbow, because here if they stand or back roll, brutal sting will wall splat them. Now that's all situation specific, but Irish Whip has 4 possible extensions and each one has a different break. The first one is 1+3, aka the Feint. Now this is a 1 break and it doesn't do any damage, but it puts King at +14, so back +1-2 is guaranteed. Now you could go for back 2-1, but sometimes it misses, and the only place that is consistent is at the wall. The second extension is 2+4, aka the throwaway. Now this is a 2 break and it only does 8 damage, but just like the Feint, it has guaranteed follow-ups. The easy one is DB3, what I'd actually go for is CD1. This does more damage, and if they stand or back roll, you can actually get a launch. The only problem is that you have to do the crouch dash just right. If you do it too short, then you won't catch a back roll, but if you do it too long, they can block it. What you can also do is a ground throw or a rage drive, but the issue here is that you have to dash fast and far, and often that is difficult to do. The only place that's easy is at the wall. The third extension is 1+2, aka the turnaround. Now this is a 1+2 break, and just like the Feint, it doesn't do any damage. What it does do though is put you at +5, and in this situation a low jab is guaranteed. What it also does is set up a mix-up. If they hold back and you go for giant swing or Tijuana twister, then you get the respective throws. If you go for stretch buster though, then it counts as front facing, so what you actually get is a muscle buster. Obviously to avoid these they can hold down back, but that just leaves them open to a hop knee. So the only way to truly escape is to hold forward, turn every throw into a backbreaker, and then break with 1. The fourth option is 3+4, aka the Knockdown, and this is the interesting one, because the break for this is 3+4, which is highly unconventional. Now if you land it, it does 10 damage, but like every other option, it has guaranteed follow-ups. The standard one is people's elbow. This does 20 damage, but since it gives you a bounce spike, an alley kick is guaranteed. What you can also do is go for a rage drive, but what you want to do here first is sidestep right. The reason for that is that it aligns you with the opponent, and against the majority of the cast, a burning knuckle is guaranteed. The only people that can escape this are those that have a special twisting spring kick or a special get-up. In those cases, your best option is probably a jumping elbow. So with all those extensions covered, why should you never use this throw? Well, the obvious reason is down to the animation. King spreads his arms far and wide, and since this is unique, there is no way to disguise this with a giant swing. The other reason is that it's outclassed by his other options. Both Muscle Buster and Shining Wizard are also 1+2 breaks, and since they have standard animations, they can be disguised. The third reason though is about the Knockdown extension, and that's what this video is really about. Take a look at this. If you go for the Knockdown and they break here, King is at -15. What that means is that if they have a long range launcher, say like Claudio, then they can launch you, and that means you eat 60+ damage. What's worse though is if you're up against Marduk or King, because both these guys have launching strings, and with King that burning knuckle is guaranteed. However, the worst possible scenario is this: Marduk on a floor break state. At minus 15, everyone gets a back throw, but with Marduk, he breaks the floor, and in the right situation, he can do 130 damage. Now normally I share bits and pieces of my videos on other platforms. It's probably how some of you have found this channel, but the thing is, King is my main, and this type of reveal is just too damaging for the character. So no matter what happens, I will not be sharing this information elsewhere, and I urge all of you King mains to do exactly the same thing. Now if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like. It really helps out this channel and it motivates me to do more for this character. Looking ahead, there are more King videos coming, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see those. In the meantime, have fun, play well, and I'll see you guys in the future.